Sup guys, I'm back, and today I'm doing another top 10 list today. Today I'm going to be doing my top 10 most expensive figures in my collection. So yeah, first let's set some ground rules here. I am ranking these figures on how much I paid for them. I'm not ranking them on how much they're going for right now. But some of the items on this list, I couldn't find in my order history. So I just looked at their retail price. So yeah, let's get this list started off number 10. Alright guys, here we are at number 10. We have the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Earth, the reissue. So yeah, this figure is, I believe it ran me around $127, which I personally think he's worth it. By the way, there's only two figures on this list where I think may not be worth it, but this figure is definitely worth it because the accessories it comes with are pretty cool. It comes with this little ship that was in the movie, and it comes with an in-scale Godzilla Phileas. So yeah, this is Godzilla Earth, this is Godzilla Phileas. In the first movie, Godzilla Phileas was, first version of Godzilla that popped up was 50 meters, where Godzilla Earth was 300 meters. So yeah, these are in scale with each other, which is really, really cool. I'm really, really glad that they put in the little Godzilla Phileas. That's a really, really cool, really cool accessory right there. So yeah, this is number 10. Let's move on to number 9. Alright guys, here we are at number 9. We have the SH Monster Arts Kiryu Shinagawa Final Battle version. Yes, this is the second, this is the reissue of the SH Monster Arts Kiryu, the first one that came out. And that one's really, really hard to get for a decent price, so SH Monster Arts put out this guy. It came with the Absolute Zero Blast Cannon. It comes with, of course, the alternate eyes, that you can recreate the scene where he's going berserk. And it also comes with battle damage arm, I think, and a battle damage chest piece, which is a really, really cool feature. I do think he's worth it. I think he cost me around $135 for it, which in my opinion he's worth it. He's a really, really cool figure, really, really cool representation of Kiryu, and it's one of the best SH Monster Arts figures out there. I ranked him as number 5, I think number 5 in my top 5 SH Monster Arts. So yeah, in my opinion, he's definitely worth it. The articulation is amazing, detail is awesome. So yeah, that's definitely my number 9. And by the way, a lot of the figures on this list are SH Monsters figures because, a lot of them are very, very expensive. And also, if you haven't known, all the figures on this list are over $100. So yeah. But yeah, this figure is a really, really cool figure. I highly recommend you pick him up if you can find him for around $135. He's definitely worth it. Especially if you don't have a Kiryu in your collection. This is really the only, if you had to choose one Kiryu figure out there, this is the one to get. So yeah, that's my number 9. Let's move on to number 8. Alright guys, here we are at number 8. We have the SH Monster Arts Burning Godzilla, the original release. Because there was an Ultimate Burning Godzilla that came with smoke pieces and it was very glossy, which I didn't really like that one, so I hunted down this guy. And I got him for $142, which is a pretty reasonable price for this guy. Even though he came out around $70, $80, that would be amazing if you could find him now for that price. But it's very hard, very unlikely that you're going to find him for that price. So yeah, I do think this guy's worth it. He's really awesome, really, really articulated. The sculpt and paint apps are really, really, really awesome on this figure. It comes with alternate hands. These are the alternate hands where it looks like he's like going to attack something, where the other ones are like a little more closed, so it looks like he was like more relaxed. But he also comes with 2 tanks, which I wish this guy came with the breath effect. I wish that Rodan didn't come with a spiral array. I wish that this guy came with a spiral array. That would have been really, really cool. But it's still a great figure nonetheless, and I highly recommend that you guys pick him up. So yeah, that's my number 8. Let's move on to number 7. Alright guys, for number 7, we have the memorial box, the 50th anniversary memorial box, Godzilla 1984. This is my favorite Bandai vinyl in my collection. I don't see anything topping it in the near future. But this thing is absolutely awesome. He's definitely worth, I believe, the $150 I paid for him because the sculpt is really, really nicely done on this guy. He's one of the most popular figures of the memorial box. He's one of the most wanted. And I got this guy at G-Fest again. I paid $150 for it, and I wasn't complaining because On eBay, he's going for a little over 200, I think, last time I checked. So yeah, this guy was definitely worth picking him up for 150, which I did see this guy. After I bought this guy, I saw him for 125, and I was like, gosh dang it. So yeah, I could have got him for $125, but for 125, 150, he's worth it, even though he's $150. An amazing representation of the 84. And now that the NECA's out, I think this guy's gonna lose a lot of popularity because I don't know, but the NECA is really, really good than reissue for the NECA. But this guy, in my opinion, just is even better because the sculpt is there. It's better than the NECA, and even though I paid $150, I think he's worth it. So yeah, that's my number 7. Let's move on to number 6. All right, guys, here we are at number 6. We have the SH Monster Arts Destroyer Special Color version. Yeah, this figure, guys, is amazing. Even though he doesn't come with much, he just comes with a lot of tanks. But that really wasn't what I was buying this figure for. I was buying it just for the figure. This figure looks amazing. As you may know, Destroyer is my favorite monster out there besides Godzilla. And even though this guy was around $160, I think he is worth it because the articulation is but it works for Destroyer, and the detail, the sculpt is amazing. They really, really did an amazing job, sculpting and painting this guy. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite SH Monster Arts out there. And yeah, just an amazing figure. What else can I say? So yeah, that's my number 6. Let's move on to number 5. Alright guys, here we are at number 5. We have the SH Monster Arts Mechagodzilla, Arai Noriyoshi Mechagodzilla. And this is one of the figures that I kind of wish I didn't pick up. He's $175, and he transforms into 3 vehicle modes, which is alright, but it just didn't wow me like a lot of the other SH Monster Arts. Like, the biggest gripe for me is the articulation is not really good, and the wheels on the bottom of the feet. Like, if you pose this guy a little wrong and you lean him back, he just rolls, and he could roll off your shelf basically, which is, you definitely don't want that because this guy could break. But detail wise, he's really, really cool. But I'm glad they didn't use this Mechagodzilla design for the movie. I'm glad they used the Mechagodzilla 2 design for that actual movie. I'm glad they didn't use this guy for the movie. But yeah, he's an alright figure, but I wouldn't recommend picking this guy up for $175. I'd say like I think he'd be worth it for like $100. I think I would maybe pick him up for. I don't know about that, but that's kind of stretching it. But this figure it's an alright figure, but I wish the articulation was better, and I wish he didn't have the wheels on the feet. So yeah, that's my number 5. Let's move on to number 4. Alright guys, here we are at number 4. We have my favorite figure in my collection, the X Plus Godzilla 1984 Diamond Reissue. This figure is so worth it, even though he was around $185. But the detail is amazing. The sculpt and paint apps are just amazing. Like, the head sculpt just does it for me. Spines are awesome. Even though he has no articulation, doesn't come with anything, the detail is just amazing. Like I said, it is the best Godzilla figure I have in my collection, and it's 84, my favorite design. He's amazing. Even though I wasn't complaining even when I paid $185. I say he is so worth it because this guy's going for like over 200. I saw him for like 300 on Amazon, which is ridiculous. But this guy is awesome. I got him at the comic book shop, the Toys That Time Forgot, $185, which is a steal for this guy. They have a couple X Plus figures there as well. But when I saw this guy for $185, I was like, all right, this is the time. I gotta get it. So yeah, this figure is absolutely amazing. $185, so worth it. So yeah, that's my number 4. Let's move on to number 3. Alright guys, here we are at number 3. We have the SH Monster Arts Kioku Godzilla 1989. I almost said 85. But this figure is maybe the best looking SH Monster Arts out there. The sculpt is absolutely phenomenal. The articulation is but it's really, really cool. And it has sound effects and light up effects. So I'm going to turn off my light real quick and show you guys. So, roar. Another roar. A long roar. And spines light up. And his mouth lights up too. Which is really, really cool. You know, you don't really get that with a lot of Godzilla figures where the spines light up. Well, there's some X Plus Rick Boys, but those are crazy. But this guy was, I went to G-Fest, I paid $189, which is perfectly fine because that's the retail price it came out for. This guy's going for like $280, almost $300, which is insane. I would not pay that much for this guy, but $189, so absolutely worth it. You know, he's the biggest SH Monster Arts I think out there. Well, number one is actually the biggest SH Monster Arts figure out there. So yeah, this, well, it could be Biollante, but I didn't buy that one. But yeah, this is an amazing figure. You know, I highly recommend you pick him up if you can get him for maybe, I think 190 would be the limit I would pay for this guy. But he is amazing, even though the articulation is not so good. He is amazing. I highly recommend you pick him up. So yeah, that's my number 3. Let's move on to number 2, and this is where the list gets the numbers, the prices get a little crazy. Alright guys, here we are at number 2. We have the SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla 4th Form Awakening version. Yes, this is the second most expensive figure in my collection. I paid $200 for this guy. Yeah, it was a crazy amount, but I do think he's worth it because the accessories he comes with are amazing. Comes with the make some figures fall off the shelf. The plume effect where he was spraying it down into the heart of Tokyo. He's got the 2 beams right here, even though mine is cracked. I've been contemplating trying to pick another one of these guys up, but if you see the prices for this guy now, he's $270, $346 is what I've seen. $400 I think I've seen one for, which is ridiculous. I would not pay that much, but $200 is, in my opinion, he's worth it. You know, it's a very impressive figure. It's gonna stand out on your shelf, even though the original Shin Godzilla was not really the best. They redeemed themselves with this figure. It is amazing. One of maybe the most impressive Godzilla figure I have in my collection. It's just awesome. The articulation is great. You know, the tail is superposable because of the tail beam as well. It's an amazing figure. It's my favorite SH Monsters figure. It was number 1 in my top 5 favorite SH Monsters figures. So yeah, this guy is so worth $200. I highly recommend that you guys do pick him up if you can find him for around that price. So yeah, there's number 2. Let's move on to number 1. Alright guys, so number 1, and I refuse to bring him up here because he's just so huge and the tails, fall off and he's just a pain in the butt, to set up with all the stands and all that. But number 1 is the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah 2019. Yeah, I will put a picture right there. He's the most expensive figure in my collection, but now, if we were going off prices now, like on eBay and Amazon, then the 4th Form Shin would be number 1. But these are prices that I had to pay. I got scalped a little bit because that guy came out at a retail price of $190, which would have been awesome if I could get it that for. But I was impatient. I wanted to get this guy on eBay so we can get here earlier. I paid $220 for this guy. Is he worth it for that price? I'm sorry I keep looking over here because that's where he displayed. Was he worth it for that price? I don't know if he's worth it for that price. This is the second figure where I think he may not be worth it for the amount of money I paid for. No, but $190 would be worth it easy. But $220, I don't know if it's worth it for that. I think $200 would be the limit for what you should pay for this guy. He's a great figure. He's the reason why I ranked him as maybe not like the I cannot talk, but the reason why he's one of the figures that may not be worth it is because the articulation. You can't really put this guy in a good pose because he needs the stands to hold his gigantic wings up, and the articulation is good. Not really good. The tails, one of them keeps falling off, and the guy's just a pain in the butt, to just set up, which is bad. But the sculpt and detail is really, really good. It's a great figure if you're looking at the sculpt and details. But he's number one, $220. I don't think he's worth it for that. But if you can find him for $189, go pick him up. He's worth it for that price. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. The username is down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.